Everyone, and welcome back to Totally Accurate Battles. And today I'm going to be coming with another video here, and it's going to be of another scenario which was probably pretty common in ancient Rome, especially in the times of the Republic, which is a Roman civil war. So we've got on this side, just two opposing armies of Romans. So on the one side here we have got the main Roman force, which I suppose you could say is the old government, perhaps. I don't know. This could be like this could be Caesar. This could be like Pompey. I don't know. It could be whoever you want to, whichever general you want to support. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. So yeah, just two opposing forces of Roman forces and their auxiliaries. So over here we've got with the signifier behind them, keeping them in place. The main Roman force for this side at least, front and centre, is a 7x3 deep of legionaries with the centurion at the head, plus 7 velites at the back for missile support. And then on protecting the flank we have got some Gallic auxiliaries. So yeah, these guys are just my Celtic warriors, along with 5 spear throwers and 2 swordsmen with a Roman signifier at the back, showing that they are indeed Roman aligned auxiliary Gallic forces. And then coming up at the back to help out into the battle is the legate, or the general who's currently fighting the civil war, along with his bodyguard, which are just a bunch of praetorians. So that's for one side of the civil war. For the other side of the civil war, we have got a similar sort of setup. These two sides are going to be facing exactly the same. So we've got some triarii along with a centurion and velites at the back. And the same with the centre mass as well. And again, a 7x3 of legionaries along with velites at the back. But supporting them we have got gladiator troops. Yes, I've barely ever used gladiators in any of these battles, but here they're finally making a triumphant, hopefully, opening battle. So we've got a front line of 7 spear gladiators, and then 7x2 rather, front of sword gladiators, along with 5 auxiliary archers at the back. They're going to be fighting the Gallic auxiliaries. Don't know who's going to win on this side. Possibly the gladiators, but I want to say that the Gallic troops are superior. Again, not too sure. And then bringing up the auxiliary, I suppose you could say, / bringing up the rear for this side is some Greek hoplites, aka probably some like Greek allied infantry who are going to be coming up to support the blue side. So that's the stakes. They are relatively evenly matched, 82 versus 88, although this side does have slightly higher cost thanks to the praetorians. So they're quite similar in number. Don't know how this is going to go. This is probably like one of the first times I've actually pitted Romans against Romans. One side is defending, the other side is attacking. We'll have to see how this goes. So in the two sides will go. Obviously the red Romans will be sitting here defending. It looks like, yep, the Celtic auxiliary forces, yep, are throwing their spears, and of course they're going to take out a bunch of gladiators. Yep, down goes 2 of them straight away. Though the auxiliary archers are also firing as well. Obviously the main Roman forces here are going to, block all of the shots before they can actually get involved into anything. In comes the legate and his bodyguards. In charges the Gallic auxiliaries. No big surprise there. They're of course going to charge straight in, and in goes the second row as well as the spear throwers. Yep, they're going to charge straight into the gladiators. Not too sure how well this is going to go for them, but that's the dice you've got to play with. So of course these two sides are going to charge straight in. It looks like the blue Romans have been caught a little bit off guard. A couple of them have actually been hit by velite missiles, which is quite surprising. On the flanks though, it looks like the red Romans are possibly having the better go at it, but we're not too sure here. Oh, down goes a blue Roman, or at least in charge is a blue Roman. He's definitely not dead, but he's not having a fun time being chucked around like that. Looks like some of the auxiliaries have actually stayed. Oh, but in they go. They're helping out the main Roman force here. One of them just jabbed his spear straight into the back of that legionary's head. Very good. In goes a couple of velites though. Oh, narrowly misses hitting that hitting that Gallic auxiliary. Will this one? No, phases right through his shield and gets blocked. But in comes the hoplite auxiliaries. In charges one of the Gallic spear throwers. Look at them go! Those wild, savage Gallic auxiliaries. Yeah, they're really clearing up the gladiators, though, as I expected. The gladiators had the numerical advantage, but definitely when it comes to fighting, the hard Gallic barbarian auxiliaries are definitely having the better luck of it. Over here, though, looks like the Triari are... Oh, in comes a Centurion. Looks like the red Triari are dealing with the blue Triari a lot better. This one is tangling with the enemy Centurion, though. Manages to block the sword cut with his shield, but oh, in comes his friend, saves him from being jabbed in the back by another enemy blue Triari. As they're still tangling with the Centurion, a red Centurion has at least come in to help out the to help out his friendly Romans, but down goes the Triari. Was not able to be saved that time. The legate and his bodyguard are getting involved, although the Greek hoplites are definitely, well, definitely doing something as the Centurion gets flung high in the air. Look at how high this man has gone. He is soaring over the battlefield. He's getting a nice bird's eye view if he wasn't, you know, dead. But in comes a Velite javelin. Let's watch this as it gets blocked by a Velite. Very good. The Central Roman formation, whilst they have fought off the main Roman force, it looks like the Greek auxiliaries are getting involved now. In goes a Gallic auxiliary. Look at him fly, heading towards the Velites by the looks of it, or at least trying to, as he's tangling with one of the Greek auxiliaries, one of the auxiliary hoplites. Yep, the hoplites are definitely trying to deal with the legionaries. Still a couple of blue legionaries left up. This flank looks like the blue Centurion is getting the upper hand. The red Centurion has fallen. No, yes, he's just fallen. And, yeah, the blue Centurion is definitely going to clear it all away now. Most likely. Yeah, a couple of the Triari have actually managed to get into the back lines. Oh yeah, they've really cleared up the Velites, actually, by the looks of it. The legate, though, in he goes. The general, the either rebellious or the defending general, depends on how you want to look at this civil war. His bodyguards, though, and the rest of the Praetorians are getting involved with the remaining Centurion. Looks like this is probably the Centurion from the main force, the red Centurion. He's trying to deal with the longer range spears, but yeah, this is where the red Romans really had the problem, because as I expected, these Greek auxiliary hoplites are actually able to do pretty well against the shorter ranged Roman regular Romans here. Definitely not having a fun time of it. Indeed, the Praetorian Centurion is dead, thanks to it. So yeah, hoplites are doing their thing, but it looks like the Praetorians are actually managing to get their weapons in and actually mitigate somewhat the longer range spears, as in flew one of the Celtic axemen. One of the remaining Celtic auxiliary Gallic forces, actually, with his big old broadsword. It looks like a Triari has managed to get into the back lines here against the Velites. He's managed to kill one of them. Just 4 more to go, and then he'll have avenged his own Velites on this flank. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how well that pans out for him. And just to block one javelin there. Very good. Looks like the Greek auxiliaries, though, are getting the upper hand. There's still 4 of them left, and there's only 1 Praetorian. There's actually 5 of them left by the looks of it. 5 of them left. There's only 1 Praetorian, 1 auxiliary Greek, one auxiliary Gallic or spearman, but he does manage to take out that Greek auxiliary. Only at the cost of one of the legionaries, though, which is not all too great. The last Praetorian has fallen. It's just the legate and a Triari, as well as a legionary. Actually, we've got one of each troop. one of each troop very nicely. The legate, yep, he's still up doing his thing. We've still got one of the Gallic auxiliaries, which is very nice to see, but he is the only remaining auxiliary Gallic force left. Looks like one of the blue Triari rather have managed to actually get into the backlines here. Gotta hope that these red Velites can manage to take him out. Unfortunately, 2 missiles there completely miss. In comes one of the Greeks. I keep messing up all these names. One of the Celtic auxiliaries, but yeah, his also. Look at that. This Triari has just got 3 spears sticking all sorts of ways out of his shield. The remaining hoplites are. They're probably going to win it in the remaining conflict here. It looks like the Romans. The legionaries. No, I was hoping he might have died from that, but he did not. Where's the legate? I think the legate's under here somewhere. Where is he? I had the legate a minute ago, but I can only see the. I can only see all that Triari who just died, and this legionary who is about to die as well. Yep, down he goes. The legate must have died somewhere, because these hoplites are turning their attention. Yep, they're all moving forwards against the remaining Velites here, who did actually manage to kill off that Triari that managed to get into their back lines. But when it comes down to it, the blue forces have got the numerical advantage over these Romans, over these red Romans. The auxiliary Celtic forces are just not as good at blocking projectiles as the Romans are, even though I think they do throw their spears a lot quicker. But yeah, as you can see, still 4 hoplites left up, and in goes another Velite missile. Yep, ping, there it goes, and oof, still somehow 2 auxiliaries sticking over that side. But yeah, this is probably going to go to the blue side. Yep, in goes one of the auxiliary spear throwers for the Gauls, and yeah, once these hoplites manage to get involved, there's not going to be much that the red Romans can do, so we'll just speed this up. In they go, down goes that spear thrower, in go the hoplites, and they're just going to probably easily deal with these Velites. Yeah, the Velites have managed to kill off one of them. Oh no, he just got chucked to the side. Yep, and there we go. Blue victory. No big surprise there. Looks like none of these hoplites died right at the end, I don't think. No, he's still alive. He's still alive. And he's still alive, charging in. Yep. So all four of those auxiliary hoplites did manage to push in. And yeah, that's a pretty concise victory for the blue Romans. All of the auxiliary archers are still alive. We've still got most of the Velites at the back here. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, all of the Velites at the back actually for the main central Roman line. And oh, that's where the legate died right there, answering my question. And only one of the Velites back here died. I think, yeah, I think one of these two blue Romans is a Triari. So, yep. Unsurprisingly, I think we can tell that the auxiliary hoplites managed to win this for the blue Romans. On this flank, though, the gladiators definitely did get cut down, as I expected, by the Gallic auxiliaries. The main central flank here, definitely, the main centre line of both Roman sides has been littered with a fair amount of both teams' colours. I mean, you've got all of the Praetorians, which basically died over here. None of the Praetorians got drafted in over here, and there was a good old tussle happened over here, but the blue side did manage to win this in the end. So they won on that flank. The red won on this flank, which meant that it came to the decider, which was the centre line. And once those Greek auxiliaries got stuck in, yeah, the red Romans lost the centre line, and that meant, well, that meant that the blue side won. So, yeah, not too sure what can be done to help him out here, other than maybe removing some of these, removing some of these guys at the back here. For example, doing that, bringing it down to an 81 to 82 split. That's all that I can really think of doing. But I think that was sufficiently close enough. I'm gonna call it there. I'm not going to try run this one again. But yes, in this case, this battle of whatever civil war you want to think this is, has been won by the Blue Romans with their hoplite auxiliaries. Yeah, let me just add them back. Why the hell not? There we go. So yeah, that was a Roman civil war enacted in tabs, only the most accurate of all battle sims. I'll thank you for watching and goodbye.